Hello everyone, welcome back to English Speaking and Listening Club. I'm so happy you're here again. Today we're going to talk about something that every single one of us wants. Respect. You see, no matter who you are, what you do, or where you come from, deep inside, we all want others to value us, to treat us with dignity, and to recognize our worth. But here's the truth, respect is not given, it's earned, and today, I'll share with you some powerful psychology tricks that can help you naturally gain respect, not by force, not by fear, but through confidence, calmness, and character. So get comfortable, stay with me till the end, and let's dive deep into this life-changing topic. Let's begin with the most important rule. If you don't respect yourself, no one else will. Psychology teaches us that people treat you the way you teach them to treat you. When you act like you don't matter, when you apologize too much, or when you constantly doubt yourself, others pick up on that energy. Respect starts from the inside. So the first trick is, value your own time, your words, and your boundaries. Speak to yourself the way you'd want others to speak to you. When you walk into a room, walk with calm confidence, not arrogance, confidence. You don't need to prove your worth to anyone. Just being grounded and sure of yourself makes people automatically respect you. One of the most powerful psychology tricks is staying calm under pressure. People who can stay calm when others lose control are instantly seen as strong and dependable. When something goes wrong, most people panic, shout, or react emotionally. But a calm person? They pause. They think. They respond wisely. Next time you're in an argument or stressful situation, remember this trick. Don't react immediately. Take a deep breath. Stay silent for a few seconds. Let your mind settle. That short pause will make you appear composed and confident, and people will instantly take you more seriously. Because calmness shows control, and control earns respect. There's a powerful psychology rule. The more you talk, the less people listen. Respectful people speak less, but with purpose. When you speak, make your words meaningful. Avoid gossip, drama, and unnecessary chatter. Instead, speak clearly, slowly, and with intention. Have you ever noticed that in meetings or conversations, the quiet person who speaks only when needed often gets more attention than the one who talks nonstop? That's because silence builds curiosity. People want to hear what the quiet person thinks, so speak less, but when you do, let it count. And remember, the strongest voice is not always the loudest. It's the one that carries truth and calm authority. Before you say a single word, your body has already spoken. Your posture, your eye contact, your tone, all these send messages to the brain of the person in front of you. Here's a psychological secret. People judge confidence within the first 7 seconds of meeting you. So, what can you do? Stand tall, shoulders back. Make calm eye contact. Don't look down too often. Don't fidget. And most importantly, use a relaxed smile. Not forced, not nervous, just natural. When you walk into a room with confident, relaxed energy, people subconsciously feel your presence. You don't need to demand respect. Your body language silently asks for it and gets it. One of the fastest ways to lose respect is by trying to please everyone. Psychology says that when you always agree, always say yes, or never express your opinion, people stop taking you seriously. Respectful people know how to say no, calmly, firmly, and politely. It's not about being rude. It's about showing that you have limits. When you say no with confidence, it tells others, I value my time, my energy, and myself. Ironically, people might get surprised at first, but deep down, they'll respect you more for it. Because respect comes from boundaries, not from blind obedience. Here's one of the most underrated psychology tricks. People love those who make them feel heard. Most people listen to reply, not to understand. But when you truly listen with attention, eye contact, and empathy, you make people feel valued, and guess what? When people feel valued by you, they automatically begin to value you. So instead of trying to impress others with your words, try to understand them with your silence. Ask questions. Be genuinely curious. Because great communicators are not great talkers, and they are great listeners. There's a thin line between confidence and arrogance, and psychology says people respect one and reject the other. Confidence means believing in yourself without looking down on others. Arrogance means thinking you're better than everyone else. To earn respect, always stay humble. Be kind to everyone, from the waiter at a restaurant to the CEO in the office. When people see that your confidence is mixed with humility, they see you as both strong and grounded. The quiet, humble confidence is magnetic. It draws respect naturally because it feels real, not fake. Psychologically, people value what is rare. So, if you're always available, always texting first, always saying yes to every plan, people may start taking you for granted. Here's a simple trick. Be available, but not always. Give your presence meaning. When you give your time selectively, people will value it more. When you finally speak, they'll listen. When you finally show up, they'll notice. This isn't about playing games, and it's about knowing your worth. Emotional intelligence is one of the strongest indicators of respect. If you can manage your emotions, anger, jealousy, sadness, without letting them control you, you instantly rise above most people. Because let's be honest, anyone can lose their temper. But staying calm, logical, and kind even when life gets tough, that's strength. Psychology says that people who can manage emotions make better leaders, friends, and partners. They inspire trust, and trust leads to respect. So when someone tries to provoke you, don't react. Smile. Stay calm. That quiet control will make them think twice before testing you again. Consistency builds trust. Trust builds respect. You don't gain respect by what you do once, you gain it by what you do repeatedly. If you promise something, do it. If you commit to something, follow through. When people see that your words and actions match, they stop doubting you. They see you as dependable, and dependable people are always respected. So don't focus on big promises. Focus on small, consistent actions. That's what earns long-term respect. This one's simple but powerful. If you talk badly about others, people assume you'll talk badly about them too. Psychology calls this the law of association. It means people associate your character with your words, so if you want respect, avoid gossip. Speak with kindness, even about those who aren't in the room. This silent discipline builds trust and gives your words more weight. When you speak, people will know. This person doesn't waste words, doesn't spread hate, and doesn't play games. That's how quiet integrity earns loud respect. Many people mistake kindness for weakness, but true kindness comes from strength. Psychology says that gratitude increases your likability and emotional intelligence. When you thank people genuinely, when you appreciate small gestures, you make others feel good, and they respect you more. But remember, be kind without expecting anything in return. That's what makes your kindness powerful and pure. Here's a secret psychology trick. Mystery creates respect. When you share everything about yourself, your plans, your emotions, your every thought, you lose power. Keep some things private. Let people wonder a little about you. The less they know, the more they'll want to understand you. And curiosity leads to respect. Because mystery shows emotional control and self-awareness. The golden rule of psychology is simple. To get respect, you must give respect. Treat everyone with dignity, no matter their background, job, or age. Listen without judging. Speak without belittling. When people feel respected by you, they naturally reflect that respect back to you. Because respect is like a mirror. What you give is what you get. Let's end this with something powerful. You can't demand respect. You can only become the kind of person who earns it. So ask yourself, what kind of person do I respect? Someone confident, honest, calm, kind, consistent. Now become that person. Because when you live by those values, you'll attract the same energy. Respect will stop being something you chase. It will become something you naturally carry with you. So my friend, remember this. Respect doesn't come from power, money, or words. It comes from character, control, and consistency. Respect yourself. Stay calm. Listen deeply. Speak wisely. Be humble, kind, and disciplined. And people will naturally look up to you. Thank you for watching today's episode of English Speaking and Listening Club. If you learned something valuable today, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more motivational stories, life lessons, and English learning through inspiration. Until next time, stay confident, stay grounded, and remember, real respect begins within you.